Hello, welcome to Dawn Vibes Yoga. Today our discussion question is, how do you practice yoga when you're not on the mat? So when you're off the mat, when you're just living your daily life, how do you practice yoga? So I'll answer the question first, and then I would love for you guys to answer the same question in the description box below. In the comment box below. I'll fill out the description box. So my ways of using yoga when I'm not practicing yoga asanas or yoga on the mat is I try to think about being mindful, and I try to think about my karma. So one thing about karma that I think people get a little bit confused on is they think karma is bad. A lot of times people use it as an insult, as like, oh, karma's gonna get you, or if you do something bad, you're gonna get punished for it. And karma doesn't necessarily work directly like that, especially not within the same lifetime. Karma is an impression. So karma is based on your patterns and based on your habits and based on what you do. So for example, if I have a habit of drinking coffee every day, it's going to be really hard to break that habit because I've developed that as part of my karma. It's a samskara, so it is a imprint on your life that can carry you over multiple lives. So that's why you have to be careful what your habits are. So you have to be careful about what you do and what you practice, because it becomes a habit, and then you're either you're creating negative karma, or you could be doing something really well, like brushing your teeth. You could be creating a habit of that. That's something very simple, but I think it's basic to understand, is that will be a good karma. You're doing something positive for your health. So I think about how I talk to people. That's one of my biggest hurdles, because I have a really, really bad habit of thinking out loud. So I will sit there and say anything that I'm thinking, and then I'll finally get to my point. And sometimes I say things that I probably shouldn't have said to another person, just because I was trying to figure out what I meant in my own heart, and I said it out loud instead of just thinking about it and then talking to them about whatever I was trying to figure out. Another way that I practice is with mindfulness. I try to think about how what I do is impacting other people and impacting animals and impacting our environment. And that's another thing that kind of goes in with karma as well, because if you are doing anything, even something small, you're impacting others. I don't know if I think this is something like the butterfly effect, where when one thing happens, it leads to other things happening, and it can grow and grow into something just totally different than what it initially started as. So like, if I'm not being mindful of my trash, I know that it's going to end up in a landfill, or I know that it's going to end up in the oceans and things like that. And if I'm not being mindful of what I put in my body, that's going to lead to poor health, or that's going to lead to not being sustainable for the environment or for animals and their lives and things like that. So pretty much I would say mindfulness is the big one about yoga that I try to practice when I'm not actually practicing yoga, trying to control my emotions, trying to control how what I do impacts others around me. So I would love to hear what you guys have to say about practicing yoga off of your mat. Thank you so much for watching Dawn Vibes Yoga. May you always be happy and free.